Let's see. Can you hear me? It says live, but it's saying live video. Okay, I think we're live. Hey, guys. Welcome to our um finding freedom with digital products, specifically for life insurance agents here inside of our Black Life Insurance Agent of America community. My name is Stacey L. Daniel. I am the founder of this wonderful community of 3,000 plus Black and brown life insurance agents who's trying to do our thing to help our community one family at a time. I'm also the founder of the Financial Motivations Consulting and Insurance Agency, as well as the Virtual Life Insurance Agent Academy. And these are all different ways that I position myself and my business as a resource to agents who want to stay in the industry longer, who don't want to sacrifice their family time and their own emotional time, freedom, in order to help their community. They want to essentially amplify their impact and their income, but also maintain some type of resemblance of, I don't know, just peace and tranquility. We've been through so much. And if that's what you're looking for, you want predictable, repeatable income, you want a consistent flow of quality people that want to talk to you, that actually take your life insurance, or take their financial situation serious, that is ready to move forwards, including investment, meeting, going through different options and sharing about themselves and what is needed in order to fulfill the need of the financial journey, then you're in the right place. All right, you're in the right place. I have what I want to share with you today. Like the title say, I've been printing money for 7 years. I've been in the industry since 2008. Multiple awards and accolades for sales and speaking and training. But in 2017 is when I transitioned my business online. And ever since then, 2017 is now 2025. For 7 years, I've been printing money in addition to my life insurance commission. Why? Because in between the commission drops, the chargebacks, and things in our home, in our life, in our head and our health that causes us in our family, that causes us to fall back sometimes. We need to have some stability, right? And so that's what I've been able to create for myself to the tune of 6 figures in insurance and multiple 6 figures in insurance and in digital products. I've also helped my business owner clients as well as life insurance clients. And I want to teach you how to do the same thing. And today we're talking about the 4 things that I've done to essentially make sure that I stayed in the top 1% of the industry by remaining since 2008, but also by thriving, not necessarily staying and struggling, because hashtag the life insurance hustle is dead. Y'all know that's my mantra and I love to sing it. Hashtag the life insurance hustle is dead. So for 30 minutes, I'm going to let you know these 4 things that I've done to actually print money in my face in my life insurance business, and how you can do the same, how I can help you, or at least just figure out what is the next step in your journey, because there's a lot of things going on that's changing. People are losing their jobs. People are leaving the industry. People are losing their minds essentially because there's a lot of just uncertainty. And I don't want to talk about the uncertainty. I don't want to talk about the cause of the uncertainty. I don't want to talk about, I want to give you the peace of mind and the direction you need to pivot if that's what you're seeking, because that's essentially my secret. And I'm going to go into that in more detail in just a little bit, but I want to make sure that I say hey to you guys, and just check the mic real quick. So can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? If you can, let me know in the comment section where you're located. Where are you located right now, and what's the weather at your house? Y'all know I'm in Mexico. We moved to Mexico, Playa del Carmen to be specific, in the end of October of last year, right? And so it's a cool, I think it's like 85 degrees today. I haven't been outside today, but the weather is great. As you can see, I have no sleeves on and I have the window open. I'm sitting here looking at one of the pools, and the sun hasn't gone down. I love the time zone change. The sun hasn't even gone down outside yet. We don't do daylight saving time here, but let me make sure that you can hear me. And see me. Let me log in and see if you're in the group and say hey to you guys. All right, I see you guys. Hey. All right, so the 29 minutes, no, it says I've been on here 40 minutes, so 26 more minutes is what I have, because I promise this is only like a 30-minute get in and quit it. I'm not here to tell you everything, break everything down to the umpteenth level. I'm here to wet your whistle and let you know that it's possible, so that you can take the steps necessary if you're looking to pivot, if you're looking to create predictable paychecks, predictable repeatable revenue. As my Predictable Paycheck Academy is Predictable Paycheck Academy is what my academy is called. So that's why I got tongue tied there. But nevertheless, if you like, man, I need some more reassurance and security in what I have going on, then you need to stick and stay, right? If you need to stick and stay, if you're not tech savvy, no worries. If you're not social media savvy, no worries. you know what I mean? If you are new to the industry, then this may not be for you. I definitely think you need to have your foundation on how to acquire a lead, not acquire a lead, because we can, on how to close a sale, do a presentation, do a follow-up, do a policy delivery, and prospect on your own, right? I'm gonna teach you the virtual tools. I am the virtual life agent, sales strategist, and business coach. The virtual life agent, sales strategist, and business coach. So if you haven't transitioned your business online, but this is something that you want to do, and you do have insurance sales experience, then I'm your person. All right, so let's get into it. 4 ways that I've been able to I call it print Facebook money, but it's print money in general. You know what I mean? I just happen to choose Facebook as my primary location in the virtual space, but I'm omnipotent. You can see me on LinkedIn. You can see me on YouTube. You can see me on, uh, brain fart. Oh, Pinterest, Instagram. I even have a what is it called, TikTok channel, but I don't have much on there because I much prefer the videos that's not a minute, or you know what I mean. I like the connection and the emotional charge that I get from that. But nevertheless, let's get right into it. And make sure you ask my question below, which is, where are you located? All right, so the first things first, before I even get into that, why is this important? Because I created a post on my personal profile page about maybe 4 hours ago. Make sure you follow me there, because we all know these social media streets ain't loyal. You may not get my nuggets that I drop regarding being a virtual life insurance agent and branding and creating your digital product funnels. You may not get it even if you're in our Facebook group, because again, the Facebook group algorithm isn't loyal as well. And I even share things about being in the industry for almost 16 years, been having a 20-year romance with tech, because I'm a girl techie first and foremost. That's my love. I just sell great, and insurance and financial services has been my avenue that I've been selling. But I've also been, like I said, in sales for 25 years, and so all of that business and personal and triumphs and tribulations and triumphs, trial, tribulation, and triumphs in my personal finance, business finance. And then now that I'm 40, about to be 47, there's a whole biological shift that I'm finagling my way through, and how I'm able to maintain my business, my marriage, move to Mexico, and all the tools and trusted people in my power partner relationship is what I talk about. So make sure you're following me on my personal profile so that you won't miss it. That's the only way that I know to make sure you don't miss it. So let's get into it. I posted earlier, and I've had people to respond. And I've had people to jump on my inbox, because that's what I want you to do. If I say something here today that you're like, I would like to know more, I would like to ask some questions. I don't necessarily do 15-minute consultations anymore, because I just want to live my whole best life, right? But what I will do, because I always have my phone with me, is we can do a messenger coffee chat. So at any time, inbox me the word funnels, and then we can start a messenger coffee chat that allows us to answer each other's questions and continue to go throughout our day. All right. And so just remember that that's the number one way that you can get in contact with me and figure out how we can best meet each other's, figure out if we're going to be a good benefit, a good fit for each other. Let me figure out, what are your vision, what is your goals, what is your budget. I have some free resources and some paid resources. All right. But there is some things that needed to change, and that's what prompted me to create the post earlier. How I've been in the industry is because I've been able to pivot. Why am I talking about pivot? Not just because of the global economic environment and the United States environment, but because it's pivoting and shifting is required for longevity and sustainability just in general. And so even though I definitely have made some changes recently, last week, to the tune of a major change in my life insurance business, my financial services business has nothing to do with life insurance. That hasn't changed. I still primarily focus on annuities. And I still do not build a team and recruit people, but I am a consultant and a coach to agents, right? But what I did make a change in my virtual life insurance agent academy, and that's been my baby for the longest. Did I close it down? No. But did I drastically change it? Yes. Stay tuned for more details about how that will affect you if you're currently a member. I don't want to go into that because we only have a few minutes left. But what I do want to say is, me making that change started last year around April, right? And I got the digital download of what I should do next, or the spiritual download of what I should do next. However, I didn't have the ability to move forward. I took the rest of 2024 after April, because that was 6 months after my mom passed. She passed 2023. We buried her the week of Thanksgiving. And so April of last year, I just was not ready to make an overhaul of my business. I actually did the exact opposite after I got the spiritual download of making the shift and the pivot in my business once again. And so I had some health concerns. Like I said, I'm going through perimenopause, and some mild depression, guys. It was just, I'm an only child. And so my mom was my rock and my pillar, and but she was older. But there was a whole situation between her declining health. I became a primary care provider all of 2023. Again, all of this was possible because of me printing money for the past 7 years, but my emotions wasn't ready to pick back up and move forward. So April of last year, the desire came, but I didn't do anything. Last week, the beginning of the week, I made the change again. Why? Because 2025 got this new energy. Am I the only one that feel like 2025 got a new energy? I know there's a lot of things going on, but as a business owner, I just feel, and maybe even just on a personal level, and it may or may not have something to do with the fact that we made our move to Mexico at the end of October. So I completely removed winter out of my life. I'm from the greater Chicago area. Shout out to my Chi-Town folks. But let me just tell you, the weather outside is delightful. You know what I'm saying? So that may have something to do with why it's February and I'm 100% on 10. But it also has something to do with I'm just no longer feeling that same weight as last year. I have been delivered from that, and I still mourn, but I'm moving forward in my life and in my business, and things around me are moving as well. Why? Because nothing stays the same. Things are constantly changing. If you are self-aware and constantly growing, then you're changing with it. The question becomes, are you ready to prepare? Are you prepared and willing to make the necessary changes when you see that things around you are calling for something to be different, or is nudging you? You see this, what you're doing is more difficult. You're thinking about maybe getting a job. You're thinking about maybe getting another license. You're thinking about starting a Facebook group. You're thinking about buying ads or paying for leads more than what you were doing before. You're thinking about doing various things. You're thinking about it internally, but you're not pulling the lever. This is a reflection of many of the conversations I had with my existing clients before they came to me, and we had an agent business audit. So we can actually look at give a bird's eye view of what your assets, what your hindrances, what's your low-hanging opportunities, what's your missed opportunities currently, and so you can prepare for the pivot and strengthen that foundation. So that's what I did. Last week, that's what I did. Well, I thought about it. I had the clarity in 2024, like I said. But last week, I actually implemented some action. I talked to my audience. I talked to my existing clients. I talked to some prospects, and I talked to my team. And I pulled the lever. And the direct result was an additional $13,000 in my business. Not an insurance sale. This is in addition to insurance sales. $13,000 in revenue. Not all of it has came in initially, but contracts have been signed. Some contracts have been paid in full, right? And so because I followed through with the pull of making the changes, because I allow myself to rest first before moving forward, and because I had the willingness to do something that was uncomfortable, the direct result is 7-day $13,000 revenue in addition to insurance. That's pretty good, pretty damn good for a life insurance agent. I transitioned my business online in 2017. So again, like the title of this video say, I've been printing money since 2017. If you can have an idea and then you can talk to somebody about that idea, you can put together a link for them to pull out their credit card and make a payment on that idea. That is called printing money. And I have a whole challenge and a whole course and everything that I call printing Facebook money, because I'm primarily on Facebook, even though I'm omnipotent, as I mentioned before, on all of the major social media platforms, right? So again, I want you to be able to print Facebook money as well, right? I want you first to realize that you don't need permission from anybody in order to pivot. Who cares what they may think? Who cares whether you tried it before? I did not want to let a chunk of my Virtual Life Insurance Agent Academy go, but it didn't serve me in this industry, in this day and time, in this lifestyle phase. It just didn't, right? And so I made the change, and when we move in the direction that's intuitively I prayed about it. I didn't just make the decision. I prayed about it. I received intuition. I meditated on it. I did my profit plan. I had some conversations on market research. I did essentially what I would do with you if you inbox me the word funnels and tell me I want to have an agent business audit as well, right? And so I would do with you, and I've done with all of my other agents the same exact process. So I just did a triage of my own business and my own personal positioning and my own desire for the next phase of my life, my vision, my revenue potential, and how was I going to replace that which I was moving to the side, and how will it fit in my lifestyle, my desired day-to-day lifestyle, right? Because again, hashtag the life insurance hustle is there, right? And so when I did that, my benefits that I reaped for taking action, for having clarity is sexy, is the 13,000 in 7 days. And so I would like to tell you what are the 4 steps that I take. Of course, it's not going to be a complete audit. We're going to be gone off of here in a few minutes, but it's a bird's eye view, right? I want to tell you the 4 steps that I've taken. But before I do that, I want to make sure that there's no questions. See if there's any questions from you guys so you don't feel ignored. One moment here. Hey, Lash Queen. Florida, a little rainy. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. That's not snow. And that's not single digit cold. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Kenny. Okay. So let's get into my notes really quickly. Hey, Claudine. Hey, Jamal. Let's get into my notes really quickly. I have notes over here. All right. So what you need to know is life is constantly changing. Sometimes change is hard, but and sometimes it's even delayed. I delayed the change, but it happened. You don't need permission to shift. You just need the willingness to ask for assistance, and pay attention to what you currently have. You can prepare yourself for the next pivot by simply breathing, praying, listen to the answer, and taking the next step. Nothing's perfect. You can always pivot again if you need to, and then you need to take action. Take action. Take action. Do it scared. So now what are the 4 steps? Y'all ready? Put ready in the comment section if you're ready for me to give you the 4 steps that I've taken. It's very, this is my baby because I've done it so long. How I've stayed in the industry because I keep doing these 4 steps. And so let me tell you what they are. Make sure you put ready. I want to make sure you want to hear this. If you don't want to hear it, I can just let y'all go. All right. I want to make sure you want to hear it. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Because this is important to me. I have done this so many times. You're about to hear, and you're about to hear, and if you've been following me for a while, you've seen it in action. You just didn't know that these were the steps that I was taking. But these are the same steps that I'm going to take with you when you inbox me funnels, and we have a quick messenger chat to see what your next step should be. All right? Y'all put ready. I do want to make sure y'all can hear me. Y'all can see me. And you want this. All right, let's go. I see y'all. Okay, here we go. The first thing that I did was I found new ways of generating consistent leads for longevity. So we know about buying leads, we know about organic leads, we know about power partners, we know about ads, on ads on various platforms. We know about these things. But when I say additional, I mean based off of my agent type, I need to find solid lead generating strategies that I know will consistently generate revenue for me that doesn't require me to be present. So I used to do like cafeteria plans, right? Worksite enrollment when I was like working for Aflac, long time ago. But I would have to park my car, had the little clipboard, and we would go to strip mall businesses and try to get past the gatekeeper in order to talk to the decision maker so that we can offer our services, because usually they don't have insurance, to be present them of more value to their employees, right? And so that was a whole process. Was if the weather dictated it, the gas in my car. This is when I first started. I was like 2009. I started in 2008 being an insurance agent. But the weather, my son, childcare, all of that mattered on how I was gonna be able to prospect and generate those quality leads or that follow-up conversation, just the opportunity in general, right? Well, if you're pivoting and you don't have the ability to do the same thing that you're doing, or you realize it's requiring too much or more than what you like, and you're not being consistent, then finding multiple ways to give you more leads is imperative. We all have social media. I don't have to we call it parking lot pimp. I don't have to parking lot pimp no more. Walking up and down in the hot, in the heat. You know what I'm saying? I was living in South Carolina, so there was hills everywhere. I don't have to do those things. I don't have to do those things anymore because I now know how to virtual door knock. I now know how to use my ultimate organic leads blueprint to create leads and opportunities and sales and conversations regularly with being positioned, professionally positioned, instantly attracting and acquiring authority in the virtual space while I'm doing other things, right? These are things that I help my agents to do, but I first done it with myself when I transitioned on 2017. So that means I have leads coming from various places, and not just me having to, because this is the thing, when my son got sick, when my mama got sick, when COVID hit, when I got sick, I personally had to slow down, but my business kept going. You can't print money if you're not doing anything in our service-based business until you do something else that I'm going to mention, which is digital products, right? But the first thing is finding viable ways to have quality leads dropping into your lap on a consistent basis so that you don't have to constantly hump and grind just to figure out, are you qualified? Do you take it serious? Do you value me? Do you have the premium? Are you, you know what I'm saying? That's important. That's imperative. So step one was what I did was found other viable options of generating revenue, generating quality leads for myself, right? That could be power partners. I love a good power partner relationship, a mutually beneficial profit sharing power partnerships, and they're all around you, and many of us don't even know it. You know what I mean? My main thing is to make sure that you don't have to buy leads or bug your friends and family in order for your business to be sustainable. All right, number two. Y'all ready for number two? Put number two in the comment section. We're gonna be gone in about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna get this in and get it out and get going. Number two, remember, inbox me funnels if you like. I would like to know more, because this is only meant to wet your whistle and give you an opportunity to come meet with me. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm Stacey L. Daniel, the founder of this lovely Black Life Insurance Agents of America community, and you're currently tuning into our Finding Freedom with Digital Products weekly live and conversation session on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. All right, so here we go. Number two, I added additional income streams, meaning so that doesn't mean as an insurance agent, I now start doing the taxes. You can, but that's a whole learning curve, right? There's a learning curve for that. I know people who do it. I know people who do real estate and insurance and what is it called? I just lost my brain. What notary services. You know, that's a way to have a general, and even mortgage lending. So you have a set of an audience who will need you in various areas, and you have all of the different qualifications and the license certifications and such for each area. But there's a learning curve, there's a testing, there's continuing ed, there's just a lot, there's requirements, you want to be in compliance, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying don't do that, but there's a way to create additional streams of income in your business without having to learn something new, spend some additional money, and start from the bottom, right? And so that's what I did. Because I have a bachelor's degree in computer science, it was easy for me to interject technology, AI, automations into my existing business, right? And so when I transitioned in 2017, I automatically knew I want to do funnels. I want to manipulate this social media algorithm. It's free for me to be here, but the more visible I be, it increases the propensity of I'm gonna connect with people, right? And then I get to filter them and keep them close with other funnels and automation and workflows in my back office, right? And so how can I create multiple streams of income from these tools and these assets that I already have? That's what I do when we do the audit. I don't want you to spend more money. I want to leverage what you currently have by finding the low-hanging opportunities and the way you're leaving money on the table already with what you currently have. You know, investing to make more money is great, but sometimes we need to have a baseline first before I continue to add more. Marketing dollars is good. Investing more into your business is great, but where's my baseline of continuity and solidifying my foundation before I add more expenses and overhead? So that's what I mean. That's what I meant by adding additional streams of income. And what that is for me was I created my FMCI Youth University. So I added digital products and I added merch and I leveraged what I already had in order to connect with my clients in a different way. Instead of getting more leads, I made the most of every encounter with the existing leads. If I have 100 leads and I only close 10, how about I get better at closing? So if I only have 20 leads and I close 10, then I don't have to do all of the same work it required me, or spend all the same money it required me to gain the 100 leads. Or if I do have the 100 leads, then I'm going to have a 10x exponential of my return on my investment. If I can just get better at closing. That's why right now, this new season of our training is called Fighting Free with Digital Products. But last year, and for 3 years straight, when we first opened before my mom got sick, from 2020 to 2023, our weekly session was called Lead Conversion Shortcuts for Life Insurance Agents. Well, I taught you how to get better with sales and closing so you can make more money with fewer leads, right? Because if I learn to make the most of each encounter, I don't need a lot of leads. I just have to get better with figuring out what they need, and make my clients, repeat clients, turn them into customers with digital products, getting paid for the financial literacy and the insurance product. Essentially, making money before, during, and after the appointment. That's what I did. So that's number 2. More leads, various locations, additional revenue, so I can make more money with the same person. Make more money with the same person, or get the same person to bring me more people. That makes sense? And I'm not talking about asking for referrals, because nowadays I'm just saying, all right, there are other ways. There's 6 different ways that you can make money with a life insurance license that doesn't require you to get referrals or have a downline. All right. But I'm not knocking either. I'm simply stating. All right. So that's number 2. Number 3. Y'all ready for number 3? I got 1 minute, so I got to do number 3 and number 4 really quick. All right. So number 4 is I use in various ways. I made different business moves in my business to leverage my existing knowledge, experience, and expertise appropriately for my audience, so they will benefit from it without me having to start over fresh. What does that mean, Stacey? I'm about to tell you. 1, I don't know what yours are, but when we sit down and do our audit, I'll be able to break down what your assets are, your experience. Because I have one client, she was a pastor. I have another client who was a teacher for 30 years. I have all these agents, these successful agents. I have a client who was in banking for 8 years. For whatever reason, you guys leave all of that and don't leverage that to create the thought leadership and authority and the digital space that you need, so that you can easily open the umbrella and create additional revenue streams, additional power partners, and additional lead generating efforts, right? And so that's the third thing that I did. Was I took an inventory of what it is that I had and how that will benefit my existing prospects, lost clients, existing book of business, and future prospects. That makes sense, guys? That's what I did. So I have a bachelor's degree in computer science. So I did exactly what I did for me, for other agents. How you can build your business online, how you can brand yourself, how you can create pre-qualified leads funnels, how you can have a website that positions you as a poised professional in a virtual space, so you can look like a standout agent in a place that everybody's virtually looking at you, visually looking at you, excuse me. The second thing that I did, I created this Facebook group. Why? Because I know technology, I know how to connect with people, and I've been on Facebook since 2008, even 2009, even though I didn't start my business on Facebook until 2017. So I already knew the tech, I already knew the platform, right? And so I used that asset to generate another asset, which is a group to fill my leads for teaching other agents without me having to build an upline. So I'm helping you help your community. So I'm affecting change on a larger scale and exponentially doing so without having to exponentially give them my time. Right. And number 3 is what I mentioned that already. So no, and number 4 is I started my all-in-one FMCIS digital marketing agency. So I learned by branding you guys and give you the funnels and give you the content for social media and the done for you graphics and all of that. You still didn't have time to put all the components together. I gave you everything, but putting it together, tweaking it, analyzing it was still a bit much. That's my thing, but not necessarily an agent. Y'all didn't become agents, become marketers. And if you're going to be a virtual agent, you're going to have to learn how to market. I was just having a conversation with another agent. She was like, I left the industry. I came back and I do not know how to market. And I realized that that's an asset that I need to have. So I was like, well, that's an area that I can assist with. I use my existing knowledge. my bachelor's degree is from 2003, y'all. So I have a 20-year romance with tech. So I used that experience of generating six figures in life insurance and digital products since 2017, helping other agents and business owners, because at first I was helping business owners, not just agents, to do the same thing. So my track record, right? And then my Facebook group, so my reputation, right, of being an agent, being knowledgeable, and the trust that I've built. And that's why I created the digital marketing agency. And so now I can help agents do the same thing that I've been doing for them. For them, giving them the tools, reducing their overhead, training them so that they can have the back office running while they're doing other things, right? And so with I don't know, what the question I ask you is, what have you done in the past? What have you forgot about? What is your training? What corporate America? What's your degree? What's your certification, your certificate? You know what I mean? What have you done in your life that you could actually interweave into your existing business, then professionally position yourself as the authority and the thought leader in the virtual space so that you can leverage your online presence to drive offline revenue or to boost your offline life insurance sales? Because we definitely need to be offline mostly, if you can, or at least not mostly, but some, because we're able to, connect better, but then leverage the virtual tools. So when they see you offline and they connect with you online, then they can click in social media stalk you. Well, where are you putting the things that talk about what you've done so people can know that you've been lit? You can pop your collar, right? If you don't have those things in place, you don't have your lead magnet funnel, you don't have your digital product store, you don't have your email workflow that's constantly nurturing and connecting, keeping all of your encounters close to you. That's what we do for you. If you don't have an idea of your ideal clarity, your ideal client clarity, and your messaging, that's what we do for you. So essentially, as I come to a close, I used my assets. I used the things that I used to think that were failures, but God put together as tools to assist others. And lo and behold, it has really taken off. So how I made $7,000, how I made $13,000 in revenue in 7 days is by simply the power of the pivot. The power of it. There's an art to it. First, it starts with clarity. You need to have a brainstorming session. You need to have what is it? Let me look at my notes and started thinking of my head. Perimenopause takes your memory. You need to have where's my notes? You need a sounding board and a strategy from someone who's been there before, who can help you and have helped others to do the same. There's art in the pivot, which is why clarity is sexy. I'm a living proof, but so are my business owner and insurance agent clients. The better you know your skills, your boundaries, your business assets, plus have an intimate relationship with your prospects and clients, the people who haven't said yes and those who already have, their limitations, their unspoken fears, desires, wants, and other areas in their finances that they need help, you can create something that automatically sells for them in the form of digital product, your virtual store, and even your personal branded merch, right? And that's what we help you to do. So if funnels, if predictable revenue, predictable, repeatable revenue in today's economy and in the future instances, because I had this conversation when COVID first hit. And now we're having something else going on in various, I'm not even in America, but I understand the need for our eggs are very cheap. You know what I'm saying? Down here in Mexico, come on down. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to position myself as an authority. So I'm letting you know that there are ways that you can pivot your business without having to leave the industry or without having to be blown around in the wind like a leaf based off the global economic environment. Have your own personal economy to stuff to fall back on. Even if it's not the economy, it's in your home. Things happen. Like I said, my mom got sick and I had to be her primary care provider. And thank God that I knew how to print money, and I've already had my digital business, digital product business and virtual store consulting and such in place that was able to pick up the slack for me, right? And so that's all I have for you guys. The keyword is funnels. Inbox me if you want to have a conversation. I'm going to see you guys next week. I'm going to check one more time to see if you have any questions. Looks like I was at 7 minutes over. I'm really trying to do 30 minutes at a time, but 7 minutes is not so bad. So, hey, Antoine. Hey, Pamela. Hey, Lolita. Hey, Christine. Hey, you guys. Hey. Go back and watch the replay if you missed it, just in case you don't know who I am and you knew. Hey, guys. Hey, I see you every Wednesday. Put reminder in the comment section. If you like, I need to be reminded of these lives. Follow me on my personal profile if you want to get the random nuggets that I drop on a regular basis, because I know these social media streets aren't loyal, not even in our business, in our Facebook group. Other than that, I'll see you guys next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. My name is Stacey L. Daniel, and I'm the head honcho in charge inside of this Black Life Insurance Agents of America community, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for joining.